Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello, hello. For those of you all who are still awake, I just wanted to come on for the first time in the new year. In the year 2022, I want to touch on some things that's actually been coming across my desk, coming across my devices, coming across my ears and across my spirit, that there needs to be a shift. There is already a shift happening around you, but there needs to be a shift within you, okay? I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me clearly, all right? Hear me and hear me clearly. Your sacred energy is not for the free, nor is it for the needy. I'm going to say it again. Your sacred energy is not for the free, nor is it for the needy. Okay? You are not a public toilet. You are not a public toilet. Any and everyone cannot just come to you and sit there and dump their waste inside of you. Okay? You are not a public buffet. Any and everybody can't just come and eat away at you with no boundaries or no restrictions. I need you to understand that your energy, your sacred energy, is not for the free, nor is it for the needy. Okay? There is a power within you. There is a gifting in you. There is a customized special trait and uniqueness about you that not just everyone, that no one other than you has. In fact, you're one of one. You're one of one. There is not anyone else out here like you. When you understand that, then there's a lot of things that would not take place, and there are a lot of people that would not have access to you. I posted something earlier today, and it said, you have healed way too much to not have raised your bar and prevented just anybody from having access to you. You have gone through way too much. You have way too many scars and reminders and lessons learned for you to still have your bar set low for just anybody to be able to have access to you. That should not be anymore. That should not be anymore. It's not by happenstance that there's a mirror on this screen, because the only person that needs to be reminded of your value and your sacredness, your divinity, is yourself. Is yourself. If you have to convince someone of your worth, if you have to beg and plead for someone to give you their time, to give you their love, affection, attention, communication, fairness, consideration, if you have to do that, that's a person that does not need access to you. Period. Because those who understand your sacred energy, that understands your value, that understands the power that's on you, that understands your divinity, that understands how great you are, understands your rarity, understands that you are one of one and you are irreplaceable. Those who understand that will treat you as such. There need not be any convincing. What are you convincing someone of? You didn't have to convince them to come and sit and pour their stuff, their problems onto you. There was no convincing when they came and they laid with you or dropped their seed inside of you. There was no convincing when you had things that they wanted and then they came and consumed, and then when they got what they needed, then they left. There was no convincing of that. You didn't have to convince them of that, right? So why is it that you find yourself having to convince people of your worth and your value? Why is it that you find yourself having to beg people to treat you like you should be treated? What is it? There's a mirror here for a reason. Because no one, and I mean no one, can do anything to us unless we give them permission and or access to do that damage. I need you to demand more. I need you to know that you have the ability, you have the authority to demand more. I need you to know that it is a gift, okay? It is a privilege for anyone to be in your presence. But you have to understand that as well. You have to understand that first and foremost. You have to understand it. You have to embody it. You have to be it. And then I promise you, when people look upon you or when they enter your presence, they'll already feel it. They'll already see it. The reason that you feel you have to convince other people of your value is because you're still trying to convince your own self. Get sure about who you are. Get sure about what you have. Get sure about what you can do. Know it. Know it. Stand in it. Become it. Period. And anyone who wants you to grace them with your presence, they need to have proven that they're worthy of it. Because you've gone through way too much for your bar to still be lowered, for anybody to hang from it, okay? You are not a public playground. They can't just come swinging off of you back and forth, just having their way, enjoying you and having a grand old time while leaving you after they've had fun. Leaving you filthy, dirty, nasty, loitered, littered on, trashed, and leaving you to have to pick up for yourself. Pick up and clean yourself up from the damage that they've done. No, ma'am, no, sir. Look in the mirror. Identify the divinity that is looking back at you. Identify the kings and queens and gods and goddesses that is staring back at you. Identify that. Understand that. See yourself as that. See yourself as that. Know that you are sacred. Know that you are worthy. No. Don't think, don't hope. Don't pray that you are. No. Know that you are. And stand in it. And everybody around you, they got to be vetted. They got to go through some tests to see if they can handle you. Don't just put yourself in the hands of someone who has not been proven worthy of your life. Period. Again, your sacred energy is not for the free. It's not for the needy. No. Gain order. Demand more. 2022 is asking of you to demand more. It's asking of you to demand more for yourself, for your life, for everything in it. Period. You're worthy. You're worthy. You're deserving. Seriously. If that joker don't want to talk to you, if that joker don't want to call or text you, guess what? Okay. Because guess what else? Somebody is wanting to, somebody desires to, and somebody is of your same level, if not higher, and is willing to take you higher on higher heights. Don't you dare sit around and feel sad or lonely or depressed because somebody who ain't even worth your time is not trying to talk to you. Baby, good riddance. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Show them the door. It's okay. It is okay. Honey, trust. It's okay. Understand your sacredness. Understand your own power and divinity. Understand. Understand your royalty. Understand. Okay? Think of Queen Elizabeth. You won't ever come to her court, come to her palace, and just treat her like she's not. What? What? Forget going over to England. The White House. You won't ever darken that doorstep and think you're going to treat the president of the United States just like, what? Baby, you will get hemmed up, yoked up, folded up, and folded into a pretzel before you can say the word, sorry. Are you serious? Just because they're the queen and the president doesn't mean that they have more value than you do. You're just as important. You're just as important. Secure yourself the same way they are secured. That tiara and that Oval Office don't make them more valuable than you are. You are just as valuable. You are just as important, just as authoritative, just as special. Oh no. Secure yourself. Demand more. Demand that anybody that comes into your presence, that they speak to you with respect, or they are not speaking to you at all. Demand that if you're going to enter my life, there's a certain level of communication that has to be had. If they can't have that, then they are not communicating with you at all. Demand more. Demand more, and you will hurt less. Demand more, and you will cry less. Demand more, and you will suffer less. Okay? Demand more. You're worthy. You're deserving. Know your worth, though. Take a moment. Stand in that mirror. Look at yourself. Look at the person looking back at you. Know that you are one of one. There is nobody like you in all the earth. That's someone special, I'd say. What do you say? I love you. I mean it. There's absolutely positively nothing you can do about it. Demand more.